have a little bit of information on this bridge. Let me get my paperwork out here. It was built in 1936 by the Works Progress Administration, otherwise known as the WPA. It is 122 feet. Okay, here we go. It's kind of windy this morning. Let's just kind of walk around here a little bit. Sometimes there's a plaque on these. I don't see one as of yet. I think part of this is on private property, but we're not going to go down that way. Let's walk over this way here a little bit. No, I don't see any plaques. No kind of signage that says what. But that's it. It is very much still an active bridge. Well, that wind is a little nippy this morning. I don't do these all the time like I did back in 20 and 21, but that's okay. I do these whenever I get a chance, or I find another bridge, an old bridge. Yeah, the dogs are really barking over there. That's all just a private house just right down the road there. But we're not going to bother them. Hopefully they won't bother us. Let me kind of look over here a little bit. We're on a road trip this morning and we're going to be making little stops like this. Let's walk here to the other end. This is a through truss style bridge. It's kind of odd because most bridges have a plate, identifying what kind of bridge it is when it was built. This one just does not anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. Boy. It's probably in the upper 30s this morning. Oh, there is to a plate. There is to a plate. Oh, I found it. Okay. And I was right. And it says, erected by Works Progress Administration and Chautauqua County, 1936, just like I read to you just a little bit ago. Okay, cool. All right, we did find it. Well, that's really good. That's a good thing. All right. I was going to say, out of all the bridges I've done in the last 3 years, I've never known a bridge not to have some sort of information plate on it. Okay, well that's cool. Although it did not give the name, I had to look this up on Google Maps because, as I stated earlier, for some reason, bridgehunters.com is no longer available. I bet I worked on that for 2 hours trying to find or get on Bridge Hunters, and it just would not. It just said it was error and all this, and that's really sad because that was the place to go to find these old bridges. Oh, I found it. But according to, I did Google it, and it did in fact say that this is Otter Creek Bridge. Okay, well, I'm going to miss that bridgehunters.com. I really am. It's so easy to find these bridges. Once you get on that, Bridge Hunters, it will take you right to it. I mean right to it. And I loved it. I loved it, using it. But whoever had it, whoever was in control of it, for whatever reason, they decided to just get rid of it or something. I am not real sure. But that's crazy. I know if you've watched any of my videos at all, back in 2021, I always used bridgehunters.com as a reference. It's just remarkably easy to find these. Now you might have to drive a little ways. It depends on where you want to go, what bridge you want to look at. I've driven an hour or more, or two, to get to some of these bridges. Like I say, I don't do these as much anymore because I've done just about every bridge you can do within a reasonable amount of distance. Like last time I counted, I keep track of every bridge I go to. I've done over 100 of these March Arch bridges, Stone Arch bridges, Pony Trust bridges, Warren Trust bridges. Yeah, I mean, just there's all kinds of styles and designs to these types of bridges. There's your Pony Trust bridges, your through truss bridges, this is what this one is. Yeah, there's all different kinds of bridges. The March Arch bridges, those are what's called to as rainbow bridges. I've done a number of those. Your Stone Arch bridges are below the roadway, so you have to make sure that you stop, get out of the car, and walk down. That's where you find the Stone Arch part of the bridge. But yeah, it's just really pretty cool. I love these old bridges. I started doing this, like I said, back in 2020. I went to one, just right there, like maybe half a mile from where we live, and I was hooked. I was hooked after that. This actually has some kind of a rock. Check that out. See if I can zoom in on that. Kind of like a rock support. Huh, that's different. Let me see if I can walk around here just a little bit. I think there's one on the other side as well, but I don't know. Let's go over here and see. There might be one over here as well. No, I don't see one over here. Okay, well, that's all right. I sure hope you can hear me. The wind will come up every now and then, and make it just a little blustery today. It is supposed to warm up into the middle 50s, but that won't be until, of course, later on this afternoon. When we went to drive over this, wife was like, "Are you sure the bridge is safe?" I said, "Well, I'm sure these farmers and these people that live here locally drive over this every day, some point." So yeah, it's very much okay. Kind of zoom in on Otter Creek here a little bit. Yes, I'm sure glad we found that plaque. That just signifies that Google Maps was correct. It is Otter Creek Bridge. But there's the rest of it on this side. On this, on the other side, rather. Okay. All right. Um, actually, there's something else I want you to look at down here. And it don't have anything to do with the bridge, but it's something that's just kind of interesting I was going to show you. Let's just kind of walk down here a little bit. Wife's out taking pictures for me this morning. I tell you what, I'll be glad when we get into more spring-like weather. We're supposed to be in spring now. It is officially spring, but the weather is just not cooperating at all. We've been wanting to go to some zoos, and it's just too cold to walk around for a length of time when it's just cold and blustery. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to zoom in on it. It is on private property. Let me kind of zoom in and show you something here. I'm not sure what that is. I saw that when we pulled up, so I just had to kind of come over here and show it to y'all. I like to show different things like that when I can, or if I can. You never know what you find down in these remote areas. Old structures, old telephone poles, old telegraph poles. You just about run into about anything down in here. But yeah, like I say, this is going to be part one, and then we'll go on, and we could be going on to another location. I'm not going to say right now because I'm just not real sure about our second location. Our last location, I am very much sure it's there. But I've kind of learned not to give too much information because then things don't work out or they're no longer there or whatever. So we're going to go on and look for another. We're going to go into another location possibly. But I think we're going to call this particular video good for right now. Hope you enjoyed looking at this old through truss bridge. I just love bridges like this. They're so old and they've survived, they've survived the test of time, and that's just so cool. So I think I heard a truck coming very fast, so I better get over because you don't know that we're here. Boy, these farmers go really fast down these dirt roads. I mean, they do. They're not used to anybody being down here, so they probably feel like they kind of own the road a little bit, but that's all right. Oh, howdy. Of course, I've had that problem before with traffic. I did an old bridge like this, let's see, what was it? East of our Kansas City. And I tell you what, that traffic that day was crazy. I like to never got that filmed because of all the traffic. I mean, crazy traffic. What was that called? Chestnut Bridge or something like that. It's down in my videos. Okay, I think we're going to call it good for now. Hope you have a nice Tuesday, and we'll be back in here just after a while somewhere. So we're going to say goodbye for now, and we'll see you on the next video.